Today our topic is what Plato would say about today's society. Imagine if Plato, the ancient Greek philosopher, could see the world we live in now. He lived over 2,000 years ago, but his ideas about life, justice, and how we should live are still very important. Plato believed in the power of reason, the importance of justice, and the need for a good education. If he saw today's society, he might have a lot to say about how we live, how we treat each other, and how we think about the world. Let's think about what Plato would say about some of the biggest issues we face today. First, Plato would probably talk about how we use technology. Today, we have smartphones, computers, and the internet. These tools can help us learn and connect with others, but they can also distract us. Plato believed that the mind is the most important thing we have. He would likely warn us not to let technology control our lives. He might say that we should use technology to improve our minds, not to waste time. For example, instead of spending hours on social media, we should read books, learn new skills, or have deep conversations with others. Plato would encourage us to think carefully about how we use our time and our tools. He believed that a good life is a life of thinking and learning. Next, Plato would have strong opinions about politics and leadership. In his famous work, The Republic, Plato wrote about the ideal society. He believed that the best leaders are those who are wise and care about the common good. Today, many people are unhappy with their leaders. Some leaders seem to care more about power and money than about helping others. Plato would likely say that we need better leaders who are educated, ethical, and focused on justice. He might also criticize how we choose our leaders. In his ideal society, leaders would be chosen based on their wisdom and virtue, not on their popularity or wealth. Plato would urge us to think about what makes a good leader and to demand more from those in power. Plato would also talk about justice. He believed that justice is one of the most important values in society. Today, we see many injustices in the world. Some people are treated unfairly because of their race, gender, or social class. Others suffer because of poverty, war, or discrimination. Plato would say that a just society is one where everyone is treated fairly and has the opportunity to live a good life. He would encourage us to work together to solve these problems. He believed that justice is not just about laws, but about how we treat each other every day. He would tell us to be kind, fair, and respectful to everyone, no matter who they are. Education was very important to Plato. He believed that education is the key to a good society. He founded the Academy, one of the first schools in the Western world. Today, education is still important, but many people do not have access to good schools or teachers. Plato would say that everyone deserves a good education. He believed that education is not just about learning facts, but about learning how to think and how to live a good life. He would encourage us to value education and to make sure that everyone has the chance to learn. He might also criticize how we educate our children. Plato believed that education should help us become better people, not just prepare us for jobs. He would want schools to teach students about ethics, philosophy, and how to live a meaningful life. Plato would also have something to say about how we live our lives. Today, many people are busy and stressed. They work long hours, spend too much time on their phones, and often feel disconnected from others. Plato believed that a good life is a life of balance. He would tell us to take time to think, to enjoy nature, and to spend time with friends and family. He believed that happiness comes from living a virtuous life, not from having lots of money or things. He would encourage us to focus on what really matters, like being kind, helping others, and seeking wisdom. Another thing Plato would talk about is the importance of self-control. In his philosophy, he often discussed the idea of the soul and how it has different parts. One part of the soul is about desires and emotions, and another part is about reason. He believed that a good life is one where reason controls our desires. Today, many people struggle with self-control. They might eat too much, spend too much money, or get angry too easily. Plato would tell us to practice self-control and to let reason guide our actions. He believed that when we control our desires, we can live a more peaceful and happy life. Plato would also talk about the importance of community. In his ideal society, people work together for the common good. Today, many people feel lonely or disconnected from others. Plato would say that we need to build strong communities where people care about each other. He believed that we are all connected and that we should help each other live good lives. He would encourage us to be active in our communities, to volunteer, and to support those in need. He believed that a good society is one where everyone works together to create a better world. Finally, Plato would talk about the importance of seeking truth. He believed that the world we see is not the real world. He thought that there is a higher reality, which he called the world of forms. In this world, there are perfect ideas of things like justice, beauty, and goodness. Plato believed that our goal in life is to seek this higher truth. Today, many people are confused about what is true. They might believe fake news or follow false ideas. Plato would tell us to seek the truth and to think carefully about what we believe. He would encourage us to question everything and to use our reason to find the truth. In conclusion, Plato would have a lot to say about today's society. He would encourage us to use technology wisely, to demand better leaders, and to work for justice. He would tell us to value education, to live balanced lives, and to practice self-control. He would remind us of the importance of community and of seeking truth. Plato's ideas are still very relevant today. Even though he lived a long time ago, his wisdom can help us live better lives and create a better society. Let's take his advice and try to live with reason, justice, and virtue. Let's work together to build a world that Plato would be proud of.